We're going to start with the feet wide, the knees soft, looking up, down, up, down. 4, 3, 2, side to side, looking to the side, side. 4, 3, 2. Then very gently take your ear down to the shoulder, but keep your shoulders pressing down as you switch. And we're going to just go in one direction, semicircle it through, come back over the top and repeat. This time add your shoulders. This time move into the ribs and the waist. And now pause at the top. I'm going to semicircle the head the other way. Now adding the shoulders. Coming down into the ribs and the waist. Good. From here, we're going to take the hands onto the thighs, arch the back a little, and roll down. Once your belly's resting on the thighs, curl the ribs in and slowly roll up. And I want you to be really attentive to how this feels. Just taking that arch into the curl, feeling the shoulders, the ribs, the hips, everyone's involved. And on the next one, we're going to go all the way down to the floor. Stretch the legs out. Don't lock them completely, just to where you feel comfortable, and then bend the knees. Stretch and bend. Good. Now hold the bend. Bring the hands directly under the shoulders. Push your arms until they're straight. We're going to lift up onto the fingertips and arch the back, and then pressing the palms down, looking back through the knees and curling through the shoulders. So this will mostly just be the upper back as you arch and breathe in and curl and breathe out. Onto the fingertips, long inhale. Press the palms down, look back, exhale. 2 more of these. Now, you can straighten the legs a little bit, grab hold of the elbows, have a little swing from side to side. Drop the arms, soften the knees, and slowly roll up to stand. Take a big breath in at the top. And breathe out, take it all the way forward and down. Hands under the shoulders, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, press the palms down, curl the spine. Rolling up to stand, sweep the arms open and up, breathe in. Try and keep the back nice and straight as you fold forward, breathe out. Hands under the shoulders, lift the chest, breathe in. Flatten the palms down, look through the legs, breathe out. We're going to change that a little bit this time. Inhale it all the way up. And we're going to step the feet so they're just on the inside lines of the hips, then fold forward. Find a long spine, breathe in. Step your right foot all the way to the back of your mat as you breathe out. The right hand is down on the ground, left arm is going to spin up to the ceiling, breathe in. Place it back down on the ground, breathe out. Extend the right leg just a little bit, inhale. Bend the right knee, bring the left knee, it's your front leg is your left leg. Bring the back leg down as you exhale. Draw the toes towards your nose, left leg extend, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Come back into the lunge, lift your arms up, inhale. Circle them back and down, exhale. Open up, breathe in. Back and down, breathe out. Open them up, inhale. Hands to the floor, tuck the toes, exhale. Right knee lifts up, breathe in. Now stretch that left leg long and straight. Drop the head as you breathe out. Bend the knee, arch the back, inhale. Straighten the leg, look back at your back toe, exhale. One more time, straighten, breathe in. Look at the back foot, breathe out. Good, chest up, inhale. Step the right foot forward and fold, exhale. Bring the arms all the way up, breathe in. Fold straight back to the floor, breathe out. Open the chest, inhale. This time we step the left foot back, exhale. Right arm comes up to the ceiling, breath in. Right hand down on the ground, breath out. Lift the chest. And bring the left knee down. Toes to nose. Chest down. Back flat. Bring the foot down. Arms up. Circle back and down. Do that 2 more times. Bring the arms up. Bring the hands down. Toes to the nose, breathe in. Then lunge forward, bring the hands forward, breathe out. Tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee and arch. Inhale. Extend the right leg, look back at the left toes. Exhale. 3 times. Shoulders and chest up, breathe in. Press back and breathe out. 2 more. Now come into the lunge. Step the foot forward and fold. Reach the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Big breath in. I want you to interlace your fingers so the index fingers point to the ceiling as you breathe out. Get really tall. Inhale. And just fold a little bit to the right as you exhale. Keep squeezing your bottom. Inhale it up. Take it over to the left. Inhale it up. Take it gently back. Inhale it up. Take it down to the floor. All right. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Right foot back on its outer edge. Breathe out. Lift your chest. Inhale. Bring the right knee down. Exhale. Arms come up. Breathe in. Another 3 circles. Lift the arms up, lift the ribs up out of the hips. Inhale. You're going to twist your left. So the right hand's on the left knee. Just place your left hand on your hip as you exhale. Good. Really open the left shoulder, roll the shoulder back, breathe in, and then maybe press your left knee into your right hand to twist further. Breathe out. Inhale, opening the chest. Breathe out, twisting deeper. Good. Inhale the arms all the way up. Come back to the center. Exhale the hands onto the hips here. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, inhale. I want you to gently press your hands into the backs of your butt cheeks as you exhale. Good. Feel the collarbones spread apart. Lift the heart to the ceiling. Breathe in. Squeeze the shoulder blades into your back. Breathe out. Take 1 more inhale here. Exhale, pull the belly in. Bring the arms up to the ceiling. Inhale. Place the hands down on the ground. Exhale. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the knee. Breathe in. Now we're going to roll onto the top of the foot and walk the hands forward as you breathe out. So your left knee will be approximately halfway along your left foot. Here is the place that we're going to kick our right leg up from. So take a breath in. Empty the belly. Push the left foot down. Right leg comes up. 1 and tap. Keep the left knee bent. 2 and tap. We got 5. 3, 4, 5. Step it forward. Hang out here for a sec. You can nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Sweep the arms up as you stand. Big breath in. And fold all the way forward to the floor. Breathing out. Halfway lift. Flat back. Inhale. Left foot back. Knee down. Exhale. Arms come up. Breathe in. We've got those 3 circles here. Really move through the shoulders. Feel how much your arms can move in their shoulder sockets. Feel how much your heart can press forward as the arms come up and back. Great. Hold at the top. Pull the belly in as the left hand comes over onto the right knee and the right hand circles onto the hip. Did we see that? I went whoosh onto my hip. Collarbone spread apart. I push into the hip to twist. Good. Collarbones open. Rotate a little deeper. Come all the way back to the center. Arms up. Both hands back onto the hips. Shoulders roll back, chest lifts. Push your hips forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Open the chest. One more breath. Let it go. Hands come up, breathe in. Press them onto the ground, breathe out. Tuck the toes, lift the knee, inhale. Roll onto the top of the foot, walk the hands forward. Exhale. You know what to do. Up we go. 5. Keep the right knee bent the same amount. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the feet together. Hold here in your forward fold. Nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Roll up nice and slow. Big breath in and out. All right, now this next bit's a little bit tricky. We're going to step our feet together so that the ankles and the knees squeeze. Cool, we're going to bring our arms up by our ears. Can we do that? Can we get our arms by our ears? I'm just checking on you. Make sure your palms face each other. Looking good. All right, now once our arms are up by our ears, something happened. We got really excited. Woo! Put them back. Ribs in the body, okay? Good, so take a big breath in. And start to lower your hips back, not just down. The hips reach back. Ribs in the body, belly sucking in. Good. So the hips are reaching back, the knees are bending. Don't go too low. I want you to lift your heels now. So you're going to have to spread your toes, claw them through the floor, and push down through the balls of the feet. Lift your heels higher. Take your bottom lower. Do that again. Lift your heels higher. Take your bottom lower. And we're going to slowly sit down onto your feet. Now my knees, my ankles, they're still touching. Take your arms forward, breathe in. Sit down, hold the balance. We're going to get good at that, okay? Just hold here, roll the shoulders back. Now I want you to keep your palms facing forward and your shins parallel to the floor. Bring your right arm up by your ear. Bring it back down horizontal. Bring your left arm up by your ear. Bring it back down horizontal. Bring your right arm up and down. Bring your left arm up and down. Bring both arms up. Pulse the thumbs back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lie down. You can let your knees roll out to the sides. Good. Now, just before you get to have some passive rest with your yoga blocks, we're going to do some work for our glutes here. So keeping your soles of your feet together, I hope Sylvie didn't give this to you in fitness today. I really hope that Sylvie didn't give this to you in fitness today. Press the palms and the shoulders through the floor. Soles of the feet are touching. We're going to breathe in, lift the pelvic floor, and breathe out, squeeze the bum up, keep the knees open. Inhale, hover just off the floor. Exhale, squeeze and lift the hips. Good. 5 more. 7's such a weird number, isn't it? I'll make it 6 more. 4, 3, 2, hold at the top. Hold it for 10. Really feel the inner thighs open, the hips rise. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Press your feet parallel now, probably a bit closer to your bottom. Make sure your hips, your knees, and your third toe is tracking 2 straight lines. Bottoms up, halfway, and down. Sorry, up all the way, down halfway. Try not to let your knees flare. We really need our bottoms to be responsible for pressing our hips forward in our back bends. 4, 3, 2, we're going to hold at the top. 1, open, close. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're not going down yet. 2, 1. Let's have a wiggle going big circles. We got 4 in one direction. Really feel every part of the circle. 3 and 4. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hips up at the top and hold for 10 and parallel. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down onto the ground. Cross your right foot over your left knee. Turn it out to the side. Give it a stretch. How good is giving it a stretch? So now that your glutes are switched on and your core is switched on, I can feel a little bit more comfortable about giving you a passive stretch for your low back. And know that the muscles around that are active. I'm going to hold you in position. Come on down, switch sides. All right, now bringing the feet onto the floor, grab your yoga block or your big book or your lunchbox or whatever you've got that you're using as a prop today. And then we're going to scoop our bottom up. I'm just going to hold that under my knee while I slide that under my pelvis and let it support my legs. Now we haven't stretched out our quads or hip flexors yet because we've been doing our muscle activations. So this will probably feel like a lot when we start to lengthen out the legs. You don't have to stay if it's uncomfortable. You're always welcome to come back to where we are right now, given that this is comfortable. If even this is uncomfortable, go onto a lower edge of the block so you've got more support. We're going to extend the right leg out. And just give it a little shake. Notice what happens in the left side of your hip. If there's any discomfort there, try and see if it'll settle. You can bring the leg back whenever you want, but I'm going to stay here for another few seconds. Good. Bringing that leg back in now and switching to the other side. Wear your new XIX pants, she thought. They'll be great, she thought. I'm getting tangled in them all the time in reality. Give the left foot a little wiggle. And bring it back. Now, you've got one of two options. If this is feeling like it's a lot for your hips and you'd like to just do some recovery stretching, you can take your heels up towards the ceiling, recovery stretch. If you want to go deeper into the low back, release and open up the fronts of the hips, go ahead and extend both legs out and point and flex your feet 5 rounds. Great. And really let the hip bones roll apart. Completely relaxing into the block for 10 more seconds. Stepping those feet in close to you again now, scooping the bottom up, really squeezing to lift up off your block, and then coming back down onto the floor. We're going to windshield wipe those legs side to side. Excellent. 8, 9, 10. All right, so I need to roll over to bring my head to the end of the mat that my feet are at. I'm going to do something fancy to do that. You don't have to do something fancy. If you love a shoulder roll, you can do what I'm doing and roll over and walk it through. If you don't love a shoulder roll, just make it around the other way. So we've done hips, well, we've done butts and low back. Got our hamstring activation. We're now going to move further up the spine. So bring the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips, and make sure you wrap the upper arms into your rib cage. Lengthen the heart forward, lengthen the neck, breathe in, and then start to tuck the tailbone under and round the back. Breathe out. Lengthen and inhale. Curl and exhale. Lengthen and breathe in. Curl and breathe out. 2 more. Now from your curl, I'm going to take the ribs around in one direction 4 times. It should feel lovely. And then go in the other direction once you hit the top of the curl. Let your head follow the movement. Push yourself back into child's pose. So we're going to take a breath in here. We're going to exhale, come forward into the curl. We're going to inhale and arch, but instead of just going through the upper back, we're going to lower the hips down and lift the chest all the way up. Good, then exhale all the way back into child's pose. Stay here for a breath in. Curl through to cat as you breathe out. Roll through the hips, one vertebrae at a time up through the chest. Breathe in. Press it all the way back into child's pose. Breathe out. We're going to do this 3 more times. Take an inhale. Curl forward, exhale. Ripple through, breathe in. Press all the way back, breathe out. Cool, keep going. Now, as you come through that inhale, I want your shoulders to spread apart. So when you come through into the cobra, make sure your neck is long and your shoulders are squeezing down your back. Yes, so much better. Longer necks. Nice. And one more. Rolling through, lifting the chest, and then coming back and resting in your child's pose. Beautiful. Just chill out there for a sec. Coming up onto all fours, breathe in. Now we're going to lower the chest towards the thumbs. Bring the elbows into the sides as you breathe out. Good, hold here. Then we push the hips down through the floor. Lift the heart, lift the hands. Good, breathe in, lift up, squeeze. Now we push back to child's pose. Take a breath in. And out. All fours, inhale. Chest to thumbs, exhale. Lift your head, breathe in. Press your hips down, breathe out. Lift your hands, inhale. Child's pose, exhale. Take a breath in. And out. All fours. Chest to thumbs, elbows are going to squeeze into the sides. Lift your head, push your hips down. Lift the chest and the hands. Push back into your child's pose. Now, on this next one, we're going to hold in that no hands cobra. Take a breath in. Empty it out. All fours. Inhale. Chest to thumbs, elbows in. Exhale. Take a breath. Lift your head. Press your hips down. Lift the heart, lift the hands. Inhale. Extend your arms all the way back. Exhale. Lift your feet. Inhale. Squeeze the feet and the arms into the back. Exhale. Good. Now we're going to hold here. Breathe in. Head to the ceiling. Squeezing to the midline. Can your thumbs rotate up to the ceiling and rotate back a little further through the shoulders? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the forehead, bring the cheek down onto the ground, and just remember which side of the face you're on. So whichever side of your face you are on, stay there. You don't need to go anywhere. Just know that the way that you're looking, so the shoulder that your chin is closest to, that foot is going to kick up towards your butt. So kick the foot, the one that you could see if you lifted your head. Great. Now we're going to bring our fingers on top of our toes. And if you can't reach them, grab your strap and put it around your foot so you can pull on that instead. But usually people can reach their foot here. Now that we're holding on to our toes, I want you to squeeze your bottom and press your hip through the ground. Good. Take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, press your foot down towards your bottom. There's a very gentle opening for the front of the thigh. Roll the shoulder back. Don't let it roll up towards your ear. Now with your hand where it is, can you slide your hand down onto your ankle? Just remember that you found it with your head on the floor. So you're probably able to find it in a minute when we come back to this. Release that. Bring your hands down. Bring your hands, down by the sides. We're going to lift the head up the other way. And from here, we're going to bend the other leg. Your other hand will come onto your foot. I've got to use the same one. Now make sure you squeeze that butt cheek, push the hips straight down through the floor. Try and push your foot into your hand, take a breath in, and push your heel down to your butt as you breathe out. And then just to prove that you can, bring your hand around to the outside of the ankle and release it. Bringing your elbows under your shoulders into your Sphinx Pose. So elbows under shoulders is coming back again today. You've been getting really good at penché. Last week I introduced you to crocodile, which is our elbows on the ground, downward dog, or dolphin actually, sorry. Wrong thing, it's an animal. They both like water. So elbows under shoulders, roll the shoulders back. So when I roll my shoulders back, I'm not necessarily squeezing them into the middle of my back. I'm rolling them back and down my spine. Because I need, if I jam them into the center, there's no room for me to fold over the little ribs near the center of my back. So I want to roll them back and down towards my hips. You should really feel your pubic bone pressing through the ground now. Maybe you can come in a little bit closer. Keeping your left elbow where it is, extend your right arm. Good, bend your right leg, take the heel to your butt. Look over your shoulder. Keeping your left elbow where it is, take the top of your foot. Push it down towards your butt. I want you to keep your neck long and your chest open. Push your foot into your hand and bring your heel down to your bum. Good, now we're going to take the hand around the outside of the ankle and push back. Open the chest, lengthen the neck, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it. Bring the right elbow down onto the ground. Oh, foot cramp. So keeping your right elbow where it is. We're now going to extend the left arm up onto the fingers. Kicking the left foot back, looking over your shoulder, taking the left hand over the foot. Pushing that foot down into your butt, kicking your foot into your hand, and pushing down a little further. Great, now take your hand around the outside of the ankle and lift your chest. I'm making this a little harder by pushing through my other hand. Make sure your shoulders roll back. Don't ever let them roll forward. They've got to peel away from your ears all the time. Beautiful. Good, and then looking forward, bringing the left elbow down, bringing the left foot to the ground. Just holding here for another 10 seconds in our Sphinx Pose. If you want to make it harder, you can push the arms straight, dropping those shoulders down, squeezing them into the sides for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down onto the floor, onto the forehead. I use my hands as a pillow. When you get here, push down through your elbows and your hands. Pull your ribs up into your back. I want you to feel the space that creates in the backs of the ribs. And then relax. Let your hips have a little wiggle from side to side. So if we can do this thing 1 foot at a time, surely we can now grab both feet. What do you reckon? What do you reckon we can grab both feet? So let's start with our chest lifted. Take the right foot up, grab it. Take the left foot up, grab it. Grab the outsides of your feet. Walk your hands down as far as you can. Roll the shoulders back, lengthen the neck up to the ceiling. Take a breath in. Kick your legs into your arms as you breathe out. Good. Now lift them, inhale, and kick everything further back as you exhale. Good work, guys. Really kick into those arms. Roll the shoulders back, lengthen the neck. You're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, looking amazing. 5, 4, a little higher. 3, 2, 1. Relax down. Take your hands under your forehead and wobble your hips from side to side. That looks so good, guys. I'm very excited. So we're going to go to Dolphin Pose, but now I sound like a dolphin. All right. I'm going to leave the Cobra Peels for a little bit because they are hard work. I'm going to come back onto all fours and just check in. How's my back feeling now? Inhale, arch. Exhale, curl. One more time. Find your flat back as you breathe in. Press to downward dog as you breathe out. And just check in. Are my feet parallel? You can even have them a little bit wider than the hips for your first dolphin. Make sure your ears are all past your biceps, almost on your triceps. Really pushing through the arms. Hollowing the belly. The tip of the tail is all the way up towards the ceiling. Can you push through your hands so much that your chest travels back towards your thighs? I'm demonstrating that now. I'm not collapsing into my shoulders, so I didn't drop like this. I pushed through my arms until my chest traveled towards my thighs. Hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back so your ears are against your biceps. From here, we're going to take the elbows to the floor, one at a time. You can bring your palms together so your hands can hold on to each other if you like. From here, I want you to really push your ears back past your triceps. You can walk your feet in closer now, if that's comfortable. It's okay to have bent knees, but make sure you're really working hard, pushing down through the forearms, pushing the ears back past the triceps. We're going to hold here for 10. I'm going to look at you. 9, 8, yes, 7, 6. Make sure your head's not on the floor. 5. You might need to bring your elbows closer. 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out into forearm plank, team. Yes, keep going, forearm plank. Yes, yes, yes. Holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down and relax. Just relax. Make a little pillow with your head. Beautiful. So we had a little break in downward dog, a little break from pushing through our hands or on our elbows. How did that feel like a break? It didn't feel like a break, did it? No. That's okay. All right, so we're going to work through our Cobra Peels now. Open the chest. And then we're going to work on our standing poses, which we haven't looked at for a couple of weeks now. We're going to look at how we have a beautiful dancer's pose. Cool. Nice and early in the sequence today so that we can build on other things. Get out of my way, blocks. Okie dokie. I would love it if you could start with your big toes touching, please. Hands are directly in front of your shoulders and your forehead is on the floor. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the upper arms into your ribs, squeeze your bottom, push it down into the ground. Take a breath in, lift your pelvic floor. And as you breathe out, we're going to start to trace the nose along the ground, then the chin. We're probably ready to inhale as the chest and the throat start to lift and open. And ready to squeeze the shoulders back a little further as we exhale. Keep pressing down through the feet, through the hips, through the hand, as we start to lift the chest slowly off the floor. Are those toes still together? Opening through the chest. You can always move your hands forward if this is too hard. Peeling one rib at a time away from the ground. Keeping the collarbones apart, keeping the neck long, keeping the back strong. Opening slowly and holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming down, as slowly as you came up. Squeezing into your legs. Mine is shaking. One rib at a time. The chest, the heart, the chin, the nose, the forehead. And just let your heels come apart. Let your arms relax. We have to do another one with our feet together. I know that it's hard, but I promise you it's worth it. What type of back is a flexible back? A strong back. Cool. So keeping those hands, if that was a 6 out of 10 hard, stay where you are. I want you to feel progress. If that was a 7 out of 10 hard, come back a little bit, like take your hands a little further forward. So I want you to feel more ease of connecting through the legs and pushing the hips down. If that was only a 5 out of 10, we'll bring the hands back towards you and amp up the intensity. 6 is a sweet spot for this one. Forehead on the floor, squeezing into the legs. So we have those legs really strong, really knitted together. As we breathe in, we start to take the nose, the chin, the throat forward and up. Squeeze the arms down into the ribs as we breathe out. Opening the throat, the collarbones, inhale. Rolling the shoulders back, squeezing the arms in, we exhale. Starting to peel one vertebrae at a time through the ribs up. Feel yourself peeling back over the little ribs on your back. Feel yourself really curling over those ribs as you squeeze into your legs, pushing down through the hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly, slowly back down. Slow, 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 slow. Resting. Just let your hips wiggle. Let your ribs wiggle. And you can take your feet a little bit further apart now. Are we alive? You don't look very alive. It's probably because I put you in a splat pose. But you're okay. I was just checking the internet hasn't hung. It happens sometimes. Okay, so we're going to bring the hands further back. Feet can be apart now. Whoop, whoop. Don't go too wide. We want to be just on the outside lines of our sits bones. Cool. So hands are now going to come back under the shoulders. First thing we do, just see if you can see my shoulder, what I do here. Whoop. Zip it back. Whoop. Now we start to lift the nose, the chin, the throat. Am I pushing my bum and my toes down? I hope so. Start to lift the chest. Peeling back over those spaces in the ribs. So we're rolling the shoulders straight down and back, not into the center. So straight down. Peeling back over the tiny little ribs in the back. Really peel. Feel the front of your body from the pubic bone up to the ribs. Zip it up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Keep peeling, keep holding, keep squeezing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly, slowly back. Slowly, slowly back. Take the hands under the forehead, give the hips a wiggle. Guys, I know this is a punish. I know this is rough. Okay? But you only have one more. It's the last one of these, and then we get to stand up and grab our foot.
I love these. I like them. I like them, so.
You like these? Oh, that's good. That's good. I think you'd probably be in the minority. I like the way it feels at the top when you're really open through the chest. Okay. Forward on the ground, hands under the shoulders. If you reckon you can open up a bit more, work your hands back a little further. If you were like, that was way too intense, bring your hands a little further forward. We start with the shoulders pulling back and setting in position. Press the pubic bone down through the floor and then start to open. So we're trying to peel back just over one vertebrae at a time. We peel back through the neck. We peel back through the space where the neck becomes the top of the shoulders. And then we start to peel back over the space that runs down through the shoulder blades. Good, and as we're peeling back through that space between the shoulder blades, we start to lift the fronts of the ribs off the mat. And we keep peeling back. One vertebrae at a time, keeping the neck long, keeping the spine long, feeling the front body open, zipping upwards so that we can peel backwards through the vertebrae. Holding at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and very, very, very slowly coming back down. Placing the hands under the forehead, pushing the elbows through the floor, lifting the ribs into the upper back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping the ribs down, kicking the hips, heels up, and then just windscreen wiping your feet from side to side. Okay, hands under the shoulders, lift the chest, breathe in. Tuck the toes, come to downward dog, breathe out. Good work. We're going to lift the left leg up to the ceiling. Bend the knee, allow the hip to roll open. Now I want this to feel super good. Keep pressing that left knee up and open as far as you can, really actively pushing through your arms, actively pushing your chest back towards your right thigh for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step that left foot to the top of your mat. Good. All right, we're going to bring that left knee down to the ground. Make sure it's right knee. Make sure it's a long way back. Otherwise, it's very hard for you to stretch your quads here. And the more we can stretch our quads, the better we're going to be. So make sure you've got something under your knee if it's uncomfortable. Just check that you can reach your foot. You can have your other hand on your knee today. Your elbow can be resting on your knee. That should be pretty stable as long as you've got your hips square. Good. Now we're keeping the same position of the elbow up and the shoulder back. You're going to push the foot into the hand and then push the foot to your bum. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try this for me. I want you to let the foot open halfway. Look at it. See if you can slide. I'm falling over. Try and rest that elbow down or bring your hand forward onto the ground. So once this foot, so your hand could be, I'm just going to show you with the block, directly in front of your pelvis. So once you're here, try and sneak the inside of your foot into the inside of your elbow. Can you get to the crook of your elbow? You have to really push your hips forward for this one. Just check. And if you can't do it today, there's your homework. You keep playing with it until you can. And then slowly release that foot down to the ground. All right, side 2. Tuck the toes, lift the knee, downward dog. We're going to lift the right leg up to the ceiling. Bend the knee, allow the hip to roll open to the side. Really extend that knee up. Really push. I'm just going to get my other arm. Keep pushing your chest back towards your thighs. Oh, so much better. I can actually feel that I'm doing the stretch now. Keep reaching that knee high. Keep pushing the chest back. Last 2, last 1, and then swing the leg through the hands at the top of the mat. Sneak the left leg back. Bring the left knee to the floor and bring your chest up. So this time, during your pubic bone up, we're going to start by setting the right elbow onto the right knee. This might really help you to get square and strong in the belly. Then kick the left heel up, reach back, grab the top of the foot. Pulling the top of the foot into the butt, pushing the top of the foot into the hand, and then pushing the foot all the way in. Now release that halfway. You might want to move your elbow, if you did on the other side, forward to the ground as you spin around and try and sneak your elbow. So bring the hand back onto the foot and you actually slide or inside the arm to get it to sit in the elbow. Just try it on. I'm just going to hang out here. Good work, guys. And release it. We're going to come back to our downward dog. So lift the knee and just take a little walk here and walk the feet all the way into the hands. Nod the head yes, shake the head no, roll up nice and slow. So standing up thing, you'll need a wall, as I said at the start. Cool. You didn't end up using the strap, that's fine. So your hand holding onto the wall. We're going to take the hand. When we practiced before, it was on the outside of the ankle. But now that we're standing, I want you to try and find a dancer's arabesque. So your hand can be on the wall to keep you steady, and then we'll take the right leg and take it back into an arabesque. Your chest is open, you're squeezing your bottom. I want you to bring, the reason we tried to get our foot to reach our elbow is so that we can reach further down our shin. So I want you to try and reach as low down your shin from the inside of your leg as you can. I now want you to rotate that right hip down to the floor and push your leg into the hand, keeping your chest pushing forward, keeping your left hip over the ankle. Keep trying to open, keep trying to extend that leg up towards the ceiling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly down. Good. Don't be disheartened. I know it's hard. Practice, practice, practice. Other side. And maybe the other side requires a strap, but I still do it. So you're holding onto the wall. We find our dancer's arabesque. Great. You take your hand to the inside of the foot. So scoop it to the inside. Slide it down, trying to get your elbow to bend and face the ankle. From there, keep opening the chest and tipping forward. Tipping forward, pushing your leg into the hand. Tipping forward as much as you can. Pushing the leg into the hand and the hand into the leg for 5, 4. Try and keep your hips facing the floor. 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming out. Now I feel like this one always takes 2 goes for you to feel any measure of change. So we're going to go back to the first side. We're going to do it one more time. Come and do it this way instead. Let's take it down a notch. We're going to just kick the leg up into a smaller arabesque. We're going to take the hold of the outside of the ankle with the thumb face down. Make sure the knee points to the floor and the toe up to the ceiling so that we're square. Now, before you start to take that leg up, I want you to puff your chest up. Puff up that chest. Good. Then I want you to feel the foot push back and the bottom is actually sticking slightly out on your left hip. Then start to push your leg into your hand and open your chest. Good. Good. So yeah, okay, I see a lot more arch through the back here. 3, 2, 1, and down. Did that feel more open through the upper back than the first one? Yeah? Okay, great. Good. Other side. So we'll face the other way. You'll take the leg up. We'll take the hand to the outside of the leg. I'll just take the hand to my leg. I'm going to do this facing this way so I don't fall over. And try and open the chest and kick the foot back into the hand. Make sure your hips are square. And your right hip now is pushing back. Chest is puffing up and pushing forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly down. The tough bit is getting your knees against the wall. We got to get both of your knees against the wall. So one will come back. I need my arm closer. And then the other one will come back as well. And then you're going to slowly push your hips forward and try and take your head back to your toes using the wall. So you just have to, when you want to come out of this, just watch me for a sec because people go, what am I doing? I'm stuck. If you want to come out of this, you're going to use your belly, push through your hands and bring one leg forward. Cool. So when you want to come out, you got to tuck your bum back under first. Okay. All right. So knees against the wall. You can bring your hands back closer or further depending on how bendy you're feeling. Start to roll the shoulders back, sink the hips down and send your head back towards your toes. Squeeze your bottom, lengthen the pubic bone upwards. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, looking amazing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push your bottom back to your feet and bring one foot at a time down off the wall. That looked really good. How's your low back feel? Probably not so amazing. That's okay. We're going to try the other way. Then we get a passive stretch. Then we're going to do it again. This can feel quite confronting, like being face against the wall, but we'll give it a go. So your fingertips are going, well, you can actually do this higher and bring your chest to the wall and slowly slide down and pull your toes towards your head. So if you want to try that level, that is a nice entry level that is not so constricting through the throat. The full version, which is very constricting through the throat, is fingertips touch against the wall, chest comes onto the wall, and then I push my chest forward and try and take my toes towards my head, rolling my shoulders back. So where that sits, once you come in, you're on your fingertips, pushing against the floor, and it's right underneath your ribs. Right underneath your boobs, sorry, is where the wall is. So really arch. You can take your knees further back, try and kick your toes up to your butt, try and kick your, Sally, you're so close. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So good. Beautiful, Olivia. Good, Anita. So nice. Yes, Alex. You're doing great, guys. Come on, Maggie. Get those toes kicking up to your head. Use your hamstrings. Yes, Sam. And come out. Push back. Just take your hands onto the floor now. Do a curl. Soften. And another curl. All right. So we all know that one of the big goals of backbending is to be able to tickle your own nose with your toes over that way, right? We all know that that is one of our peak. It's the bucket list item. Can I tickle my nose with my toes? We are now going to use this block just to get a little bit through the upper back. So you can use your block on this edge if you like, and it's going to run along the center of your spine. It should start right at the bottom of your rib cage and travel all the way up to the top of your neck. I want you to take your fingertips to the base of the skull, walk your feet in until you feel really supported through the pelvis, and let your knees touch together. Rest your head into your hands. If you can keep your chin tucking in. Please don't let your chin drop back. You can slide your hands all the way around to the crown of your head, and that might give you access to touching the floor. But please support your head with your hands and try and keep the back of the neck long, no compression. Looking good. Now, over time, if you keep thinking relax as you exhale, your head gets heavier. And as your head gets heavier, it might meet the floor. And if it does, you can take your arms out to the sides. Just make sure that your your shoulders are rolling back and not up. Staying here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands back to the base of the skull. Use the support of your hands to slowly curl your chin to your chest. Use your belly, walking your feet away from you to sit up. Good. How does your back feel? Nice. Let's do it the other way around. Let's do chest first and then feet and see how our results vary. So we're going to do chest to the wall, hold for 10 seconds, and then we're going to turn it around and do knees to the wall. So I start quite a long way back. I'm about where my hands would touch my wall at shoulder height. Then I will bring my body weight forward, bring my hands to the floor, push my hips in. Oh, actually, I need to bring my hips even further back as I slide in. Toes to the head. Let's try and kick. 10, 9, kick, kick, kick. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now stay still. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push through the hands. Just rest in child's pose, 10 seconds. Whew. Try and really curl the back here. How do we like the toe kicking? Boom, 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 boom. Did we all do it? Boom, 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 boom. Last one. This one's our feet, knees against the wall. Then we have a twist. Whew. I feel like this was a very sweaty backbending class. So make sure your knees are just wider than your hips, and you can bring your toes to touch as you lower your hips forward and start to send your head back. I need to bring this a little bit closer. Again, story of my life. Problem when you don't have your own arms is that you have to set other ones in position all the time. Keep squeezing your butt. Keep squeezing your butt. Keep trying to take your toes to your head. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scoop your belly in. Bring your knees down. We're going to arch the back. Curl the spine. And soften. Curl the back. Soften. Bring your left arm out to the side. Dive it through so you come down onto your ear. Bring the right arm forward, long and straight. Try and make sure there's a lot of space between your left shoulder and your left ear. Maybe you can even thread that left shoulder a little further through. Coming back and switching sides. The right arm comes through, left arm reaches forward. Twist that arm through as far as you can. Sitting back onto your hips, onto your feet. We're going to take what's called the shoelace stretch. So for this one, you need to really try and stack your knees, which means once you cross one foot over the other, we're going to need to lift our bum and bring our hands forward. And we do that to create a tighter squeeze, a tighter stack of one knee over the other. Good. Try and get both butt cheeks on the floor and the same space between both hips and your feet. Just let the shoulders relax, let the face relax. And if you want to, as you breathe out, you can round forward. You can extend the arms and relax the shoulders. Rolling up through the spine, plant that left foot down, twist to the right. Twist to the left. And then we'll do the other side. So my left foot's on top. Bring the right foot over, cross into the knees. Bring the hands forward to get them to stack. And then place your bottom down between the feet. Whew. There's always one hip that's happier to do this than the other. It's normal. And start to fold in. Extend forward. And relaxing here. And then slowly coming up, pressing that right foot down, twisting to your right. And then stacking the knees, rolling onto the toes, sending the heels down towards the ground. Coming up where we can nod the head yes, and shake the head no. And one vertebrae at a time, we're going to roll up and restack the spine. At the top, rolling the shoulders back and sliding them down 3 times. Good work, guys.